Good morning, Ekoji, and welcome to our Sunday morning service. My name is Sila, and I will be your service chair today. We are grateful for your presence. Today's service is being live streamed on Zoom and YouTube. If you are new to Ekoji, you will find in the back of each seat pocket this laminated guide, which will help you through the service and answer many questions you may have regarding the service order, as well as the history and the essentials of Shin Buddhism. Our main priority is keeping our Sangha a safe place to hear the Dharma. Although we are very happy to see each other, please be mindful of others' comfort levels. And please keep your masks on at all times. We are allowed to chant along with Reverend Hayashi since we have our masks on, and thank you for your understanding. On the Naijin today is our resident minister, Reverend Hayashi. Joining Reverend Hayashi are ministry's assistants Eric Ishii, Bob Shimakachi, Rob Fike, and Molly Kuramura. Today is the Shotsuki Sunday. On Shotsuki Sundays, we take time to remember our loved ones who have passed on. If you have lost a loved one during a previous month of August, you are invited during the chanting of the Jisei Day to come forward and offer Gaisho and a shoko in remembrance of your loved one. Now it is time for meditation and recitation of the Nimbus.
Meditation provides us necessary our mind to receive Dharma for the teaching. Please place your hands on your lap, lower your hips slightly, and release tension for meditation.
Please find the laminated sheet inside your service book. We will now sing the Vandana Tisarana for free refuge. Please rise. Please be seated. Please turn to page 29 in your service book. We will now chant the Sambujo. Please turn to page 39 in your service book. We will now chant the GSK.
Namo Amida. Namo Amida. Namo Amida.
This morning, the Dharma message is given by Reverend Hayashi.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our Sunday Dharma service. So today will be my last Dharma talk. It's not, it's more as a talk, a normal talk in general. So I was asked by the Bishop of the Buddhist Churches of America to move to Denver, a Buddhist temple. In our tradition, we don't believe in destiny, but I knew this would happen someday. I was actually asked a couple years ago to move, but I simply didn't want to go. I mean, no one wants to move. So I tried to delay my reassignment by making a lot of excuses. Saying we're still in the pandemic. I'm not ready to move. But there was a limit to how much I could resist. So at this point, I had to accept my reassignment. People keep telling me, why are you leaving us? Why are you leaving us? It's not my desire. I don't want to move. I would, like to stay. While we were chanting, I was actually chanting really slowly today, more than, thinking that, don't end. Because, this will be my last chanting, at Ekoji as well. When I reflect upon my 7 years here at Ekoji, many, thoughts and memories come to my mind. I came to the United States in 2016, directly from Japan. And among the many Shin Buddhist temples in the US, I was assigned here, Ekoji Buddhist Temple. So this is my first temple, basically my starting point. As you can imagine, it is very challenging to make a living in a different country that has, different language, different culture, and different environment. Everything I did and experienced everything was so new to me that I can't even remember what I did my first year. I could barely keep up with the work I had at hand, and I had no time to think of anything else. I had no time to think what I was actually doing. So my memory is, of my first year is not clear. I really don't remember. And obviously, I can't go back back in time and regain my memory of my first year. But by revisiting my written Dharma talks in the lectures I gave in the past, I was able to see how much I have changed over time. Of course, I'm still in the process of improvement, but I can see how much I developed my language, my perspective, and the way I enjoy the Dharma. I can see those positive changes over time. Throughout my 7 years at Ekoji, I was nurtured in many ways, in many ways. I became more open-minded. I have to admit, I was very narrow-minded, you know. The teaching is this, you have to, you know, understand in this way. You know, I was so stuck with this single, you know, perspective. But, you know, I became more open-minded, which allowed me to think about the Dharma more deeply, with a different perspective, you know, in a different way. So I now can see the world and myself through the Dharma with a new perspective. This is all because of you. Because of you. I can say with confidence that without all of you, I wouldn't have become the person I am right now. So, you know, you are all my teachers. The same is true of my wife, Yukari. My wife also came to the US 7 years ago. And 2 years later, we had our son, Daichi. It was also very hard for my wife to, you know, adjust to a different country, and was even harder to raise a child in such an environment. She had, you know, a lot of struggles, especially with tax. Always, every year. But, you know, and also other struggles. But she always said, you know, knowing that she had the Sangha of Ekoji, she was okay. She always received comfort and courage that enabled her to overcome those challenges. So for my wife, Ekoji was and still is the source of her tranquility. The same is true of my son Daichi. Now that Daichi is 4 and he can understand, you know, lots of things, Ekoji became part of his life. Every Sunday, he would, you know, get ready for Sunday service. And he even sometimes reminds me if I had, you know, arranged a flower for the Naiju. And if not, he'll tell me, you know, you have to do it right away. So I think, you know, she's copying my wife. So, you know, indeed, Daichi was raised by Ekoji. Of course, you know, we would like to stay more longer, but as Buddhism teaches us, everything changes, right? Nothing stays forever. Each moment of our lives is in constant change. No one likes change. You know, I keep talking about impermanence, but still, it's really hard for me to, you know, naturally accept, you know, change. But this is the truth of the universe and perhaps how it should be. So we will be moving on to the next step of our journey. However, this does not mean that, you know, our bond is over. I spoke about this a few weeks ago, but while many Buddhist, you know, traditions, many Buddhist teachings put focus on the working of the mind, what I like about Shin Buddhism, the teaching of Shin Buddhism, is that the teaching emphasizes our capability of understanding things with our hearts, not only with our minds, but with our feelings. The teaching of Shin Buddhism acknowledges well how we have a limit to what we can understand with our logical and rational mind, but at the same time teaches us how we can grasp with our heart things we cannot grasp with our mind. Our intuition can guide us where our logic cannot go. There's so much that we can communicate with our hearts, with our feelings. When we understand this, then bond is no longer just a word. It is the source of the invisible and deep connection that is always there, no matter what. It will never go away as long as we communicate with our hearts, with our feelings. So we will not physically be here anymore, but we will always be connected through the nimbutsu, Namo nimbutsu. So just say the nimbutsu, Namo nimbutsu. Again, thank you all for you know, all the support I won't say goodbye. We will meet again. それじゃあ見ましょう。By reciting the Nembutsu Namo Amida Butsu, we are reminded what makes our individual lives even more meaningful, and we are also reminded the Dharma in times of need. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu.
Thank you, Sensei. It is now time for the ritual of Oshoko, the burning of incense. This is a time to quietly contemplate and reflect on the impermanence of life. Oshoko involves drawing incense from a shared bowl, and we understand that individual comfort levels may differ. We offer this option to those who are comfortable doing so, but note that this ritual is not required. We invite you to come to the front table, offer gacho, and should you wish, place any dana, which is our offering of gratitude to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha, in the bowls on the table. Dana is selfless giving and is used to support Ekoji's facilities, temple materials, our service books, and important programs and activities. Tugasho is to place our palms together through the circle of beads and the nenji, and is an expression of gratitude. By doing this, we welcome into our souls the three treasures, the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha. If you are new and would like to participate but feel unsure about the steps involved, a Sangha member wearing the kesa will be available at the rear of the hanga to accompany you and walk you through the process. Please approach mindfully, and once finished, please return to your seats via the side aisles where you have placed hand sanitizer on both the left and the right.
Reverend Hayashi will lead us in closing meditation and the recitation of the members. Now it is time for our silent announcements. Thank you to everybody who joined us this morning for our monthly temple cleanup. The hall looks amazing. Thank you so very much to everybody who participated. Our Dharma discussion group will meet immediately after the service. To participate, simply pull up a chair around the computer or stay on the Zoom. Our Buddhist movie discussion group will be meeting on Sunday, August 21st at 2 p.m. in the Ekoji Zoom room. The group will discuss the movie Ikiru, which is available to stream on HBO Max and Amazon Prime. You can RSVP to get this link, and our gratitude to Anne and Joran for hosting this event. Our in-person meditation group meets on Thursday evenings in the Hondo at 7:30 p.m. No prior experience is required, and all are welcome. Newcomers can arrive a few minutes early to get additional instructions. Our gratitude to Frank and Raja for hosting this event. And finally today, we have a free raffle. Did everybody get a raffle ticket when you came in? Anybody use one? Frank has a stone? Has anybody used one? Okay, the prizes today are fresh baked goods. Yes, made by Frank, so you know they're going to be amazing.
Yeah, there's 3 different flavors of bread. They were baked last night. One of them is super spicy with some habanero pepper, ghost chilies, some peppers. I don't even know the name. So it's not for children.
If you win the spicy one and you don't want it, I will take it.
Anybody else? Okay, and then we have the sweet one. This is the daishi recipe with cinnamon and honey and cranberries. And then the other one is basic white bread. And then a quarter sheet of brownies. So, let's get to the drawing.
Will they get to select the one that they want?
Oh, yes. Yeah, you get to pick which one you want. And the first winner, and I'm sorry, it's not gluten-free. As a matter of fact, it's super gluten, red flour, has that. So if you win it and you have a diet restriction, I apologize. But maybe have someone to pick.
Okay, the first winner is number 379259. 379259. Last call for 379259. Oh, there it is. Congratulations. Well done.
Pick whichever one you want, it's all good. Oh, other than the one last week.
Okay, the next winner is number 379235. Number 235.
Oh, wait, nice.
Okay, next winner is number 379220. 220.
Molly.
Nice.
Molly.
So what's brownies or basic white bread?
It's a tough choice. I know.
That's true.
Both of them are freezable. You can cut the bread, freeze it, so you don't have to eat like within 2 days. It stays very well.
Basic white bread, basic white bread.
Okay, our last winner today will be 379264. 264. Okay, well done, everyone. Thank you, Frank, for your kindness to the Sangha, and congratulations to all the winners.
Sensei?
Thank you, and enjoy the rest of your day.